I said last week that in my opinion, this stock had dropped to an extremely good entry price, and now we are sitting about 40% higher. As you know, I like to find stocks that are either undervalued or have catalysts that could push the stock price way up, and Eyeless certainly have plenty of these. I first brought you Eyeless back in June 2021 at only 5 cents, so if you've been following the channel since then, congratulations. Don't miss out on stocks like these, subscribe and turn on notifications so you will be alerted whenever I make a new video. And show your support for my work, check out my new Patreon page where you can support my work and get access to when I find new opportunities for only a fraction of the cost of something like Netflix. Only yesterday I posted some analysis of SoFi Technologies to the Patreon group. This had another solid 10% gain today and more to come yet. And I will look briefly at this later in the video, so stick around for that. Another example I posted about Boss Energy back in July at only 90 cents. This reached as high as 290 and is still about 100% up and looking ready to run again. While Petrotech Energy is once more back to 40 cents, so congratulations to anyone who listened when I brought you this at 11 cents back in October. And a big welcome to Michael and Jamal, who have both joined the group since my last video. As always, this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. My videos should be viewed for entertainment purposes. I highly recommend investing only money that you can afford to, and always do your own due diligence when investing. If you are new to Eyeless International stock, check out my other videos where I explain all about the company. Basically, Eyeless is a public multinational M&A investment company focused in the technology, engineering and manufacturing space, mainly from emergency service products, emergency response vehicles, vehicle conversions, EVs, wearable tech and smart tech. They look to acquire companies who have strong management and potential to grow rapidly, and will benefit hugely from being part of the Eyeless group of companies. Earlier today, Eyeless International provided an update on acquisition progress and its annual shareholders meeting. The company completed 4 acquisitions in 2021, including its first US acquisition of Tennessee-based Bullhead Products. But as we know, they are in the process of a load more acquisitions that I spoke about in last week's video. Now, I said it last week that I was expecting news of one of these acquisitions very early this week, but that has not happened. However, despite this, we have seen a significant increase in share price. I do feel that Eyeless hit bottom this week, and I expect about a 30% gain within the coming days alone, bringing the price up to the low to mid 30 cent by next week. And this is just the beginning. As the news starts rolling out surrounding catalysts, we should expect much bigger gains. Today, with the price sitting at 35 cents, having gained more than 40%, I feel more than justified with my prediction. Something that I spoke about last week was the upcoming shareholders meeting, and this is going to be crucial. But we should see more upward movement before then, because prior to the first annual shareholders meeting on the 28th of January, Eyeless is aiming to complete several further acquisitions with the company has already reached pre-contract agreements on. As we know, Bullhead Products was acquired in December, but Eyeless shareholders can expect the company to complete at least one more of its previously agreed US acquisitions within days, with the third following soon, delivering on the company's strategy of acquiring the necessary manufacturing and distribution capability for a successful expansion in the US market. Together, the previously agreed US acquisitions, which Eyeless is in the process of completing, are currently delivering approximately $12 million in profitable annual revenue. Now, I had been basing my price prediction for this week on the assumption that we would get news of one of these acquisitions on either Tuesday or Wednesday, and that would provide the catalyst. But the Eyeless share price has been rising without this, so I now expect that we will get news before or shortly after market close tomorrow. This will provide a huge boost going into the weekend, and we'll have everyone talking about Eyeless over the weekend. We have seen Eyeless do this before, releasing PR late Friday and then having Eyeless trending across social media for the weekend. And we could easily see that again here. Looking at TradingView, we can see that Eyeless had dropped to its lowest price since mid-September, and I fully expected that we were going to bounce very hard off this level, which has happened. Eyeless is now up close to 70% above last week's low point. This provided a great opportunity to get into Eyeless at a very good price, and I really hope some of you took advantage of that opportunity to buy shares at only slightly above 20 cents. I truly did not think that such an opportunity would arise again. Drop a comment down below and let me know if you took advantage of this dip and what is your price target. Are you in Eyeless for the long haul, or did you see an opportunity to buy in on the dip and aim to cash out very soon at a substantial profit? Now, looking closer at this chart, I have left the lines and arrows that I was working with from my last video, but I have added some more to this chart. I have circled a pattern that appears to be repeating over the past few months. On each of these weekends, Eyeless has had a couple of small green candle days, followed by one or two very small red candles, before a huge bullish breakout. And we can see that again here, before this breakout, and now down here as well. We have these two red candles and then a bullish breakout. So I think we are in the middle of this right now. Another thing here is that Eyeless is now at a price that has never before been a level of resistance for this stock. On numerous occasions we have seen the share price at this level and break above it the following day. Now, I'm not a huge fan of lines of support and resistance, but I do like to follow trends and look for possible breakouts. But when it comes to support and resistance, it is traders that make these levels real. So with this in mind, I like to look at patterns and see a repeating pattern. Like this, for example. This is a chart that I did for SoFi Technologies that I posted to my Patreon group last night. Now, we had already seen a nice gain throughout today, and I expect this to continue in the coming weeks. Now, this is just one page from this document, but if you like my videos, then this is a very similar type of analysis. It just takes far too much time to record a video, then do the editing, then upload, do the SEO, do thumbnails and all the rest. So check out my Patreon page where you can support my work and get access to when I find these new opportunities for only a fraction of the cost of something like Netflix. Back to Eyeless. As the news starts rolling in surrounding Catalyst, we should expect a much bigger gain. Eyeless is in the final stages of two very exciting technology company acquisitions, which it is aiming to complete before the annual shareholders meeting. Firstly, Eyeless will be entering the $500 billion metaverse market, which I spoke briefly about in my last video, through the upcoming acquisition of a VR and AR training software company. This deal has already been agreed and will make Eyeless the first company to offer fire safety training in the metaverse. Secondly, Eyeless has agreed the acquisition of a UAV company, which is based in Germany. The company has already successfully developed prototypes and is currently undergoing proof of concept for a project with an international aid organization and has obtained serious interest from several international aviation companies. Competitors of the upcoming acquisition, which do not yet have products in production, have achieved valuations of over $1.2 billion. Now, I've said it before, but Eyeless reminds me very much of Alpine 4 Technologies last year. Alpine 4 went from just 5 cents in November as high as $9.49 just 2 months later in February 2021, achieving about 20,000% gains in just a few weeks. Finally, Eyeless confirmed that its annual shareholders meeting on Friday will take place both in person and online, and Eyeless will soon email the venue details and agenda to confirmed attendees. One of the things that will be discussed at this meeting is the share structure, which hasn't been as straightforward as management had hoped, but it says here that they did win the case for the cancellation of 40 million shares, so it is still the plan of management, but they want to get it structured correctly now to avoid further issues down the line. So I look forward to what they have to say about this, and also further details regarding the intended spin-out plans. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If you've watched all the way through, then please support the channel, smash that like button, it really helps the channel grow. At the current price, I think this provides a great opportunity to get into Eyeless stock. As I said last week, I did not expect these prices to still be available as we progress through the week. And even now, at this price, I still feel the same. We are still far below the November high of 51 cents. If I am right about this, drop a comment and let me know. And make sure to pop over and check out the Patreon page where I'm bringing you the latest stock ideas that I believe will make big gains this year, and where I hope to bring you the next Eyeless very soon. Remember, Eyeless was only 8 cents when I first started talking about it, and only 5 cents when I doubled down on my level of conviction in the stock. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. My videos should be viewed for entertainment purposes. I highly recommend that you only invest money that you can afford to, and always do your own due diligence. If you're new, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one.